Alright, so this is my response to General MLD's, not latest, but one of his recent videos on exposing the truth setting you free's BS. Um, so here's my response to you, General MLD, and everyone else that's watching. So first off, you make the point that, well, not the point, but you make the statement that you respect Black Bond because, and you're saying that since you respect Black Bond, your opinion really counts just because you were involved with system wars with him on GameSpot. When that has absolutely no relevance. I could easily assume that you support Black Bond and respect him, so-called, because at this point in time right now, he, without bias or no bias, is supporting the Xbox 360. So, is it a coincidence that you're supporting him as he supports the Xbox 360? Seems to me. So, I really wouldn't support Black Bond. Say you were in a past war with him when it came to the systems, but then support him when he coincidentally supports the Xbox 360. Now, then you make the point that not Sony, the Truth Setting You Free tries to force the opinion of his opinion down to others. Um, Here's my response to that. In a way, you're correct, but but you're putting it out of context, and in another way, you're not correct. Yes, the Truth Setting You Free will criticize people who buy an Xbox 360 over a PS3. Now, he criticizes them, but that doesn't mean he can actually do anything about it. That doesn't mean he can actually go to them and make them resell their Xbox and buy a PlayStation 3. So I don't see why you would care if he criticizes people who buy the Xbox 360 on reasonable facts, not some um, bad info or false information. So that's the point I'm trying to make here. So I really wouldn't call Truth trying to shove his opinion down your throat just because he reinforces it a lot. Um, you say that Sony only keeps selling their consoles because it's a brand name they're trying to keep. Okay, I somewhat agree with you there, but that implies to the Xbox as well. Why do you think they didn't take their Xbox out of the market for a year and improve it or fix it? They didn't do that because if they did that, it's possible that their brand name would have diminished, and the PS3 or the Wii could have easily um, outshone them. And the only reason the Xbox 360 is outshining them in sales, which doesn't matter anyway, but I'll address it anyway, is because it was released a year early, obviously. But also, Sony also keeps their PlayStation 3 in production and in the market because they know that what's in store for the PS3 is only going to make it better, and it's only going to make it look better than the Xbox 360. How? Okay, let's start with the games. This year looks very, very good for the PS3 in terms of games. I own both systems, so I know what games are coming out for both systems that I am personally looking forward to. I acknowledge Mass Effect 2. I'm going to buy that. I pre-ordered that game. So, yeah, there's an Xbox 360 title. Xbox 360 also has Halo Reach. Definitely buying that game. I love the Halo series, even though you don't acknowledge that ODST was a bad game, but okay. Um, but the PS3 is what's revolutionizing gaming this year. Let's look at one game, Mag, and one more game after that. Mag is obvious. 256 people online at General MLD. Look at that. You cannot not acknowledge that that is absolutely groundbreaking, and the Xbox 360 isn't capable of doing that with servers. So we can play with 256 people online on the PS3 for free, yet you guys can only stick with um, I honestly, I don't know the exact maximum number on a particular game for multiplayer, but for Halo, let's say 32 players, or 16 or 32, I'm not sure. So, and not only that, there's no lag. I mean, we've tested the demos, we've seen the E3 demo, we've seen that there is no lag. That is not a concern for this game anymore. There might be lag issues in the beginning, but they won't be consistent and they'll be patched. Also, next game, God of War 3. Have you seen that game? That game, um, in terms of graphics and presentation, will outshine most games this year. I mean, the scale of that game is absolutely enormous. I am not I haven't played the previous games, but from what I've researched and seen of that game looks absolutely amazing. It will sell a lot of PS3s. So will MAG. Um, okay, so we have covered games. Also, PSN. Now, you may have heard that Sony might be charging for PSN soon, but that's false. They're not going to be charging you for the content we already have for free. They might, quote unquote, might have a fee for those who want additional benefits, but it's not going to be an outrageous $50 a year. That's absolutely ridiculous for additional benefits. I might pay for it, I might not, depending on what content is involved. But that's that. So I really wouldn't be making that point. Um, you claim that you're more rational than MLD. I don't think you're more I'm sorry, you're more rational than Truth. I don't think you're more rational than Truth. And here's the simple reason why. You take you you over exaggerate everything. No, you don't over exaggerate. I'm sorry, that's not even the right thing to say. You make false statements, just flat out false statements. And I'm tired of them. I'm absolutely tired of them. You say PSN is are crappy and it's horrible and it can nowhere near stand as to the level of Xbox Live. Have you played PSN? No, you haven't. I know you haven't played PSN. You don't have a PS3. And that's fairly obvious from all the nonsense you talk about it. But that's a discussion for another time. So, General MLD, don't you contradict yourself in every single video you make. You say that Truth is less rational than you when you make absolutely false statements and claim to respect PS3 owners, but you constantly say that the Xbox 360 is better in every way, which is false. So that's my response to you, not Truth, General MLD. If you're going to comment on my video, then please make a comment that actually is relevant to the video, because you did not last time I made a video. And that's my message to you. Please stop making horrible videos like this. If you want to make a point about the Xbox 360, that's fine, but stick to the facts.